Welcome, everybody, to Do It Talk, episode number 4. I'm here with a few buddies, but first, I want to tell you I'm here with TJ. TJ, how are you doing today?
Doing so good, man. Great to have you. Great to see you. And great to talk to these wonderful people we have here with us.
Yeah, we're doing it once again. Episode number 4. Great to be back. And shout out to our editor, TJ, for getting these episodes ramped up. First, I'm going to introduce Nathan Smith. Nathan, introduce yourself and tell the people what you do.
Well, everybody, I am Nathan, also known on Instagram and all that as NKS Productions 96. Crew member for Hall Brothers Racing, Raminator Ammunition, as well as Hot Sea.
That's awesome. Great role to have and an awesome team. Good people behind you. And we also have Jakob Mumpower. Jacob, thanks for joining us. Let the people know how you're doing and what you're going to be doing.
Well, I'm Jakob Mumpower, a.k.a. Jacob Knows Cool by Instagram. I'm going to be the videographer of Tom Flory Motorsports, a 2024 with Jester, Kraken, Recreation, Michigan Ice Monster, and Excalibur. And it's by starring the 2024 season. We'll be cracking some YouTube videos for everyone for you to see.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. We're all excited, and we're going to get into that a little later in the episode. But we're definitely excited to see it. You did a great job at the Freedom Factory and that Daytona show that Tom Flory did. So looking forward to that. And with that, guys, thanks for joining. It's great to be back, and we'll start and get into the topics. Topic number 1, guys. This is a controversial topic for all the diehard monster truck fans out there. But as a business aspect, I think it's a great idea. Monster Jam has just recently revealed the Monster Gun, which is a ramp-designed pod instead of dirt. And I believe this is going to allow them to go to many venues like Hot Wheels does that can only do concrete shows, no dirt, no crush cars, just ramps. And from the footage we saw, it looked pretty cool. TJ could probably pop it up in the editing process. TJ, we'll start with you on your thoughts.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm not a huge fan unless there's really dirt. Because this is the old school way kind of at the car. Not having cars is a little bit of a problem for me. It's always been a problem for me, but Monster Jam does it the way they do. And they put on good shows, and Hot Wheels does it the way they do. They put on good shows. So I don't think I've actually been to a Hot Wheels recently. So I cannot tell you how they do it not on dirt. But I don't know how. I do like that they can go to different places that don't allow dirt, so that's going to be good. Going to have a couple more shows or events that you won't always see. Now I thought the ramp was all concrete. Now I'm hearing it's got metal and all that stuff. It looks cool, and they tested it out where again?
Feld.
Yeah, they just tested their own place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they weren't really trying to fully hit it right. All right, so okay.
Like they have an arena in their own place. It looks like an arena.
It looked like it was arena. I assume they just picked an arena near them and just.
And it also looked like Baltimore, though.
It did look like Baltimore almost.
That's what I thought.
I thought it was done in house, but maybe I'm wrong, guys. Maybe it was.
It could have been. It looks small, so I can tell you. So.
From what I heard, it was a local arena. Like I can't remember what it was, but it was some kind of arena that was in the area of Feld's headquarters. So they just took it to and they set it up like at a regular arena and just did a couple practice hits.
I know of one arena. I think it's called Hertz Arena. It is about an hour away, a little less than that. It's a very small arena. Never seen a monster truck show there at all, period. But that could be a possibility if that's really what they did.
That could be. I know Monster Talk did his video. I think he did say where it was, but I'd have to go back and look.
Okay. Well, Nathan, since we're over by you, what do you think about it fully, other than the location that was done at?
I think it's a very interesting way to kind of approach this non-dirt approach for Monster Jam, especially with it being a metal style ramp. It's very intriguing. Just it's more or less shows another evolution in the sport that you can go to an event that does not have crush cars or dirt and still have a fairly good performance. We all remember Manchester, how that was with all those blocks and tires and how they really didn't work and how it caused the uproar in the community. But now,
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
yeah, and I feel like just from the test footage that I've seen and whatnot, it looks like it's going to be a very interesting deal. And the fact that I've heard that all the times that they hit it, it didn't move at all. So it's very interesting to see how it's going to work. The one concern I have, and I've seen this thrown around in some of the forums and stuff, the 8-pack backflips landing on concrete. That's more stress on parts, and especially we've all seen it. You nose pick off of it, and it bounces backwards onto the concrete. You're putting a wheelie bar straight in the concrete. That's either going to hit concrete and cause building damage, or you're going to hurt the truck more. That's my 2 cents on it. But other than that, I think it'll be very interesting to see how it all goes.
Well said. Jacob, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I was going to mention back in Manchester, we all know what happened. There was going to be a lot of refunds. For this, I won't say controversial. I think it's an excellent idea. I mean, this is like a Monster Jam Arena show today, but with no dirt. But my only concern, again, is the backflip ramp. I don't know how it's going to set up, but everything else, it does just look promising. I can't wait to see how it all turns out.
Yeah, and before we move on, I just want to point out, I don't know how the material is going to hold up, but they have some type of rubber material that is right under the mini flip ramp, and it fills up a decent amount of room, but you know how mini flips are, and if anything's wrong and the truck rotates just the slightest bit off, it could land easily on the concrete. But it looked like from little comments on Instagram and stuff that drivers were happy with how the trucks were landing, and it seemed like it's a good idea. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. I think it's a great business idea, and they could definitely go to even smaller arenas if they want to and get more business,
Yeah, I agree. One other thing I do want to kind of throw in there is I remember you speaking about the traction pad. If I remember seeing in the photos and whatnot, I have to go back and look at the video again, but I think they have something going through the 8-pack tires to more hold them in place. We all know that. I'm sure Wayne and TJ, I know you guys have probably been at shows after when they've been tearing it all down. Nowadays, they're on metal apparatuses that are just buried into the dirt. This, I think, they're more held into the metal. I'm pretty sure there's like a rod, and I think a piece that's bolted to the tires in some way, shape, or form. So it should hold the tires more in place, so we actually might start seeing cleaner 8-pack flips.
The one thing I didn't like was the logs. Like on the one side, it's like 4 or 5 logs. I thought that was very weird because they only usually just use one. I mean, at least in the dirt, they show only one at the top. So, and I've never liked the hit on the logs. I thought this is not, in my opinion, it doesn't help, but that's my view. So that's my only concern. I mean, obviously the mini flip is a concern for sure, but that's also my other concern is if they're going to have the same 4 hits, if that one's going to hold up.
I wasn't sure if it was logs or metal piping, but if you guys say it's logs, I believe you.
Yeah,
it looked like logs, but
I want to say it's metal piping. I want to say I think it's the same, not the same material they use for the actual what they call log ride and whatnot for it. I'm pretty sure they're just pipes, but the one thing it seems like that's set really low down to where it's more just gonna be a pop across. But I think they could also be set to where if they brake check before they could get a good pop off of it. But like I say, time will tell. We'll see when the first show comes around.
Yeah, I'm excited. Now on to the next topic today. Monster Jam announced almost 2 months ago about Abu Dhabi, but recently, thanks to Monster Talk, mainly he is the basically #1 news source in the community. Everyone knows now that Abu Dhabi is going to be happening. It is Monster Jam at the Liwa Festival, and it's not at the arena. It's in the dunes. It is this huge, massive 4x4 festival. all types of different off-roading. There's also things with animals and creatures. We'll put some B-roll on the screen for you guys to see. There's going to be 4 shows. It's going to be held December 27th through 28th, 2 shows each day. Guys, what do you think about this right before New Year's, right after Christmas? Are you guys excited?
I can't wait to see how it all turns out. I mean, it's like the first festival type show they're doing since Saudi Arabia 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's such a cool concept to have. TJ, what do you think about this?
I really have very little to say. I can't wait. I'm glad to see it. I do like how they're going more and more overseas, changing up a little bit, in my opinion, than how they. I mean, they were going overseas more too back in the day, but at least it's not just Australia. So
Okay. And Nathan, what are your thoughts on this?
It's definitely going to be interesting to see what they do with this, because like you said, it's supposedly going to be out in the dunes. And, you know, like out in the dunes, that's going to be sand. Are they going to have to? My deal is like, if it's going to be like the show they had in, I think it was like Japan or something a couple of years ago, at that other festival where they had all like the built up all the stands and stuff around it. At some other kind of festival, be interesting to see what they do, because like, you know, sand. We all know, like Monsters on the Beach, sand typically doesn't hold up to 10,000 pound trucks hitting it multiple times. So just have to wait and see what it does, because for all we know, is they've said it's in the dunes. That can mean something completely different. So we just have to kind of have to wait and see what happens. But whether or not, I think it'll be interesting. You know, 4 shows, 2 a day. You said there's 8 trucks, Wayne?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously it's going to be your typical overseas. You know, you're going to have Meg, Toro, Max V, and Gravedigger for your 4 felt truck, or for the 4 non-Marvel trucks. You have the 4 Marvel trucks in. So that would be my guess. But it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've had the blessing to go over there to Abu Dhabi to the arena, and this place is 2.5 hours outside of Abu Dhabi. It is in the genuine desert area. So there are little cities in this big desert, but it looks like it's really going to be a dune show unless they bring out the pod magically and do it on a concrete pad or something out there. This festival is huge, guys. It goes on the entire month. They just did a drifting competition. They do burnouts. They do this insane uphill drag racing. They have 2,500 horsepower dragsters in the dunes with these big cleat tires. It's just insane. So the fact that Monster Jam got hired to go out there is so cool. So excited to see what happens with that, guys. Moving on to our next topic, Argentina just wrapped up for day number 1. What did you guys think about that? Jacob, I'll let you start off since you brought it up before.
Okay, so Lord just posted his thoughts on the show. He said it was a wild night. Of course, the moment of the show, Bernard Lyons, Spider-Man, winning racing, but in wild style as well. I don't want to say, but he cartwheeled it across the straightaway, and with Blake Granger shutting down, he managed to get the racing win. And then we had Charlie Poppin and Megalodon taking home the skills win with taking with 2 awesome wheelies. And then finally we had Blake Granger coming back without a hood, but with a great freestyle run with a clean backflip, taking home the freestyle victory as well. As far as I know, I don't know who the overall event winner is, but as far as like Lord said, it was a pretty cool night.
Yeah, it looked like a really great time. Nathan, I'm not sure if you got to see any highlights, but what are your thoughts on Monster Jam going out to Argentina? And if you saw the highlights, what do you think?
There were definitely some very interesting highlights from there, from what I saw. You know, from Bernard's wild wreck save in racing, that was definitely. I will say it's odd to see that happen in racing, but it's not unheard of because of it being like an absolute mud fest there. Again, congrats to Bernard for winning. Awesome driver, does great in whatever truck he's thrown in. Skills, you know, like Jacob said, Charlie won it with 2 beautiful classic slap wheelies, awesome hits, and Blake coming back out and doing some good hits in freestyle, awesome backflip from what I saw from highlights. Overall, I think it was a good show. I look forward to seeing the highlights from show 2 tomorrow from Lord.
Yeah, and it's a big venue. TJ, I don't know if you saw the highlights, but if not, what do you think about Monster Jam being able to going over to all these different international venues once again? Does it show promise for the future? I'm going to keep talking because TJ needed a gulp of drink, guys. Let me tell you what, Argentina is the stuff. And before Argentina, we had Chile last weekend. First ever Monster Jam show for these Marvel trucks. So I believe it was a 6-truck show. It looked like a great time. It was on Monster Truck Lord's YouTube. And I've been taking a little break from traveling here, getting stuff done at home and whatnot. So great to be back for our Do It Talk. TJ, getting a little snack in while he's at it, you know. Got to get a little much. Tell the fans, what's your choice of snack, TJ?
Chick-fil-A.
You
lucky guy. Oh, my God.
Well, I think Raising Cane's was closed. We just got like Raising Cane's here in Maryland, so we're going to have 2 soon.
I just got Raising Cane's in Fredericksburg, too, here in Fredericksburg.
What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so jealous of you guys. I have to.
I don't know if you saw my Instagram story, but I tried it for the first time right before I head back down to Florida.
What are your thoughts, Jacob?
10 out of 10, right?
Yeah. Great chicken, sauces to die for, and great bread too.
Hey, we need a promotion.
Mountain Dew, Raising Cane's, Chick-fil-A. You know, it don't matter. We're open.
Yeah.
Competing chicken places, you're asking both? Wow. Okay.
Hey, money's money. Just saying.
Okay.
All right. What was the question?
I was just saying, are you excited that all these international shows are coming about?
Yeah, I am. For us traveling over there, getting a little experience of their culture, and seeing I don't want to say tourist sites, but being a tourist on their area, and get to see how everything over there, and then having Monster Jam or Monster Truck events over there. Yeah, I love it. I haven't really been to one overseas yet. I'm waiting for
Vancouver was international.
Oh, I guess that counts. I mean, I guess that counts.
I
mean, you were the one watching. I wasn't watching, so.
That's true. TJ was working.
Yeah,
episode on you, TJ.
Yeah, Vancouver was fun. Maybe not when we got back, but the delays and all that stuff, the flying. I mean, that's for people that like in California, like the whole Vegas, the World Finals in Vegas kind of brings that back. You know, you're flying across people fly across the world to see Monster Jam in the World Finals, and when it was in Vegas. So I mean, it's crazy to see that people came from Canada, Australia, I mean, everywhere. And so now we get our chances to do that. So it's pretty cool. I do like that.
Yeah, it's incredible. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next year. They just announced a bunch of Germany shows and some new stuff. So exciting. We'll see what happens. I just want to let you know, this isn't a part of the segments, but Tomcat Gunther was driving in a monster truck with Dennis Anderson in Okeechobee. We're going to put that footage up. The people got to know.
People got to know.
It is the cameraman for our actual podcast when we talk to people. Big Bird's father.
Mr. Tomcat.
Oh, yes. They call him the Tomcat. now that we're over here toward the end of the topics, we'll save the 2024 thoughts for later. We'll go ahead and get started. Jacob, it's great to have you on once again. Thanks for being a part of our little news episode, as well as you, Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
But Jacob, we wanted to talk about something special happening. Matt Pagliarulo and everybody reached out to you and made a deal with you for you to come film for them, edit for them. So why don't you tell the fans about it, how it came about, and what you're going to be doing for next season in a little more detail.
Well, it all started back in Hampton, Virginia, back in September. It was my hometown show, and I wanted to be there, so we were able to be there for the Saturday afternoon show. We all know Kraken X Cowboy were there. Matt Pagliarulo was able to be there, so he and my dad were able to have a talk right after the pit party. Then when he came back up, he said that we don't have a camera guy, so we were wondering if we could have Jacob as our camera guy. So it all started with a trial run back in Benson, North Carolina. Had a really fun time. It was just like going out to road courses with my dad, but with monster trucks. Takes a little getting used to. Then we went to Kingsport, Tennessee for tour instruction. Then, like you said, Wayne, we had the Daytona Beach, Florida monster truck night tour. It was a fun show. And then we had Freedom Factory, which had one hell of a time there, man. I mean, Clear knows how to put on the show, but it's been like that ever since. It was my back from my 5th weekend work with them to finally debut Recreation. It had a blast. Then for next year, I'm going to be their videographer for their YouTube channel. I'll try a few different things, but the main thing is I'm going to be touring with them for the same tour East. I am very excited to tour with them, along with Tom Mentz in his final season, along with debuting JCB. I just can't wait. I just don't have anything to say. It's a huge honor from Matt Pagliarulo. We're really good friends with them, and I just can't thank the team enough to have me doing this opportunity.
That's awesome, and they're the perfect team to do it for. Tomfoolery Motorsports. It's a big family, and we all know him here. Jester and Kraken were the main trucks. He started back, 2015, but he was a super fan years before that. And it's just been going ever since. And that's an awesome opportunity. I mean, to go and do a whole season, I don't know how many weeks that is, but that's going to be quite a while. At least you don't got to go to June or July, I meant. But that's awesome, Jacob. And what's it like to edit videos and do video? Because I know TJ knows editing. I know Nathan knows a bit about it. I myself know. What's the process like from flying out to a monster truck show, filming, editing, getting it up? What's the process like? Let the fans know.
Well, any video is not like a walk in the park. So the easiest part is you film everything. Then you have to get back home. Then you got to get right into it. Editing takes time, though. You just got to be a little bit patient with it. But with patience, it'll be perfect. That's all I gotta say. If you be a little bit patient, you'll be perfect. And these videos I've been very satisfied with, especially with the Freedom Factory ones. I've been doing like clickbait tiles, like Triple B versus Tomfoolery, like you saw. Then we had the explosive entrance and all that. Then in one of our newest videos, we have the Recreation debut, which is like our second most viewed full video on the Tomfoolery Motorsports channel, which is behind the Oakland, California video this year.
That's awesome. That's a big achievement.
Yeah, it really
TJ,
is.
you have any questions for Jacob?
Yeah. So, what was that slogan that you were saying? Just so I can can we get Wayne to hear it again?
Oh yeah. The slogans for the titles. Oh yeah, I started the new slogans when we did the Daytona video, like Tomfoolery versus Triple B, because it was just us Tomfoolery and two of the Triple B trucks.
Nice, awesome. So let's see. Do I have any questions? Actually, what do you? Okay, I guess I shouldn't say this, but I'm still gonna say it. What do you use to edit the videos? You use like a CapCut or like a different. I'm trying to think of what they're all called. It's like
Premiere Pro, Sony Vegas.
Well, Matt suggested it to me. I've been using it ever since Final Cut Pro.
Okay. Cool. I have not heard that one yet, so that's awesome.
TJ's getting a tutorial.
Yep, exactly.
That's funny. Nathan, I know you have a little bit of experience editing. So, what's it like doing editing? You know, Jacob has said it takes a lot of patience. What's it like for you to edit a video? I know you don't do like a bunch of YouTube stuff, but just to back up Jacob here, what's it like for you to do stuff like that? Does it take a lot of time?
Well, like you say, it's been a long time since I've done anything really video editing like YouTube wise. But some of the recent video editing stuff I've been doing is with actually the CapCut app. I think that's what it's called. Because I started doing some stuff, experimenting with some stuff for my TikTok and whatnot, and a lot of it just takes time and just like Jacob said, patience. My biggest thing with it is whenever I do it, mine is more for like my custom trucks, like they're all behind me and stuff. Is trying to find the music to like put in the background, find your what kind of transitions you want, what all you want to be your different transitions, your different like screens and whatnot, what all you need to make it look nice and polished. Um, like I say, it just takes time and patience and a little bit of research as well, because you got to research like what your best options are. Like I say, for me, it's like finding music. Like I'll put the example of the TikTok I did was actually for my custom Velociraptor that I did for Team Throttle Monster. It was
Spicy.
what it was the original Monster Machines version on a turntable with the Take It to the Edge by Godsmack in the background of it doing a turntable of the Monster Machine transitioning into what it is now. So that's kind of, and it was just time to find, okay, what app do I need to use to import the song? Where do I want my cut to be? Where do I want the transition from the original to the custom to be? So just a lot of that different stuff.
Yeah, because for all the like average, you know, people out there that don't really want to, you know, edit, which I do not blame them because it's a pain in the butt. Just trying to get, yeah. What are you saying? What are you saying, man? Huh? What are you
I
saying,
won't say
guys?
it. Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
It's the Spider-Man meme. Everyone points somewhere. Everyone points somewhere. That's funny. Oh my gosh. But I'm just trying to say to all the people at home, it takes a long time, a lot of patience. And like Jacob said, it takes a lot of filling. You got to fill all of the blank space. It's really about attention span because these days with TikTok, Instagram, TikTok really started it with the short form videos. Then Instagram, Facebook, YouTube hopped on the train. It's like a scientific proven point. People have shorter attention spans because of the short form content. And I know you've been exploring it more, Jacob, with Tom Flory posting short episodes, you know, the shorts, and they're doing really good. Congrats. But it proves that people have like a shorter attention span these days. So to make a video that has so much crammed into 60 seconds or less, it's just impossible to do. But if you have patience, you can do it. So like Final Cut Pro is good, CapCut's good. For anyone trying to get into it, those are two great good editing apps. So Jacob, another amazing thing I know that you do and you did before you do all this video stuff is not only did you do predictions and results on Instagram and repost people's footage, which was really cool. You're basically a reporter, but you also do this incredible monster truck art. I know a lot of people admire it. I'm definitely a fan. Would you be able to show us some of your art and explain the story of how you got into it? Because it's such an incredible hobby to be into. I know a few other people do it, but nobody does it like you. Your drawings are incredible. So if you could, that would be awesome.
So I guess I do the story behind it before we can show some of my art. Funny story. I actually had the idea of doing monster drawings on one of the yearbooks. I can't remember what year it was, but we had those monster drivers as little kids, and they were just drawing monster trucks on the floor. And I was like, maybe I should do that. And then we started with my first ever Wolf Files book, which was like Wolf Files 10, and then I've been improving ever since. And this book here is my latest one, of course, from the Superstar Challenge back in November. One from the history books, of course. And my plan for next year, it's been on the mind, but I think I'm just gonna have to draw everybody since I'm only doing one tour, and just put everyone in a Wolf Files book, including just doing the cover. So I add them out, including multiple Grave Diggers, or just doing one Grave Digger, one El Toro Loco, and one Megalodon. So I think in total 34 trucks in the book of World Finals.
That
Wow.
is incredible, man. I don't know how you do it, Jacob. The detail you have in your art is amazing. I know other people, can paint and draw, but what does it take to do a drawing like you do? Do you start with the base of a truck and you freehand it and look at a screen, or are you doing the outline and then going as you want? You just look at a picture.
Brain with me. I'm very sorry, guys.
No
all
worries.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I do like a basic outline and then I freehand while looking at a picture.
Wow, that's incredible. It's definitely a talent to do. Nobody could do. Me and TJ can't. I don't know about Nathan. I don't speak for Nathan.
I used to do some drawings, but my thing that always held me back was the chassis. I mean, I could draw I used to be able to draw bodies for days, but I was never able to really do the chassis just because there's so much to like trying to get the lines to go the same way, to stay the same width the whole way. That was always my
Yeah,
biggest issue.
squiggly chassis.
Yeah.
The squiggle chassis 2025.
Yeah, I'm good at freehand drawing a picture if I can look at it. Like I used to draw SpongeBob a lot, and only because my dad has a picture of SpongeBob behind his desk. Don't ask me why, I don't know. And I would freehand SpongeBob pretty well.
Well, I used to draw Angry Birds a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, funny thing.
I'm a big fan.
TJ used to draw SpongeBob a lot, and I used to draw Angry Birds a lot.
That's cool. No, this is Patrick. Well, Jacob, it would be an honor to see it if you want to show the people. If you could full screen him, Jacob, go at it.
Just picking up right there. Got
I
the
can
Nitro
see it.
Zombie.
Perfect.
Then we got Neon Gravedigger right here. Of course, it's technically a redraw. I had another Neon Gravedigger, but of course I had to redraw this one because since Neon Gravedigger became real, it's crazy. They never made this in toy. I really don't know why.
Isn't that weird?
Not
It's
yet.
Yeah.
It was a real life exclusive.
Then of course we got Nitro El Toro Loco. I'm planning to print a copy out for Armando so I can send it to him.
That was a beautiful truck.
The best one out of all of them, in my opinion.
Yeah, it looked
I love
amazing.
how I did with the flames on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course we got Neon Megalodon, the first one I did. Of course,
Nice.
because of World Finals. Then here we have the GOAT himself, Nitro Gravedigger, who swept Superstar Challenge and somehow didn't give Nitro the win.
Let's go.
And
That
of
is
course
nice.
the skull is different from real life. I mean, the toy was more gray and real life
Mhm.
was more blue. And of course we have Neon Bakugan Dragonoid with muddy tires.
Best looking Dragonoid and best neon for sure.
Beautiful.
And here we have Nitro Max D. And of course, I think the real life one looked way better because it looks like a hybrid of Max D and Maximum Destruction, but I love how this one turned out.
Yeah, every time I look at your drawings, I love what you do with the tires. My opinion, no one can ever get close to how you make those tires look realistic. It's amazing.
It took time to make them done faster, but I look now, I'm glad of where I am now. And of
Mhm.
course, here's our most valuable driver, Earthshaker, which we now know was our second to last show with Tristan England Earthshaker.
Man, that looks awesome.
That is incredible. I know me and Tristan talked about that at oh gosh, Omaha, Nebraska. He didn't know how he'd feel about that truck, and then he said in person it looks so much better in person than he thought it would.
Mhm.
It's already done. It's already done.
Yeah, the one that they did in the one they did at Superstar. Tristan was saying like when they looked at the toy, he wasn't a big fan of it, but when they saw like the body mounted on the chassis, he thought it looked 10 times better.
Oh wait, Spin Master's making them in toys next
Mhm.
year. Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
Nathan's
Yeah,
in
what-
trouble.
Yeah.
Well, let's not get far into it. Just get back to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is like, and here's my first custom of the book: Nitro Social Fortune.
Nice.
Dude,
I
that's
remember seeing that
beautiful.
one. It looks so good. I wish they would have done that. That looks so good.
Yeah. It really
Yeah,
does.
trust me.
almost-
You don't know the drivers that had normal looks told me I think everyone told all the normal look drivers told me I wish we had that. I wish I had that look.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have Neon Lucas Oil Stabilizer.
That looks so good. That one they should have done. That looks so easy that they should have just done it.
Yeah, I had a hard
Yeah.
time how to do this one, but luckily there were neon Lucas Oil hats, so that's how I based it off it. And of course, here's the first custom Superstar Challenge I did, Nitro Mohawk Warrior.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
of course,
buddy.
I asked Bryce K to write Gear for Life on it because of his book.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
That
wanted
looks
to put-
awesome.
Thank you. I wanted to put Gear for Life on it, but I didn't think it would stand out well with a Nitro look. So I might put it on there for his next year drawings. And
That'd be
here's
cool.
Oh yeah.
here's the second or third most liked drawing this year. Neon Thunder Roars.
That's pretty. I really like
That's so good.
That's awesome.
the combo of the colors. I like that you left the arms red too. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually more pink.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
it is more pink. Yeah.
Okay. I have,
Yeah.
The
have a-
lighting's a
It's
little
neon.
different.
It's actually pink.
I have
Oh,
a
it is?
filter on my computer. I couldn't tell.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here's Nitro Digger. I wish the drawing was a bit bigger, though, in my opinion, because I had to fit the flag. But what do y'all think?
I
Looks
like that.
great.
Yeah.
I like it.
Good. I just noticed, I just noticed how it's got all the nitro and neon body parts in the graveyard. That's all. That's a cool detail. I like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's
you're
cool.
right.
Good feature.
Yeah, I actually do my own graveyard look because the real life one's too hard to do, but that's how I do it.
Right.
Right.
And here we have Neon Monster Mutt right here.
Woof.
That looks fire.
It's got that
That's
dog in it.
awesome. It's
Yeah,
got that
it
dog.
does.
Who got the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
And
Jacob
here-
let the
and
dogs
here-
out.
Of course I did. I had 3 dachshunds.
Ah, I knew it.
Yeah, and here's one of my favorites. I know you're going to love this one. The Nitro Avenger, but as a
yes.
nomad.
Oh, that was
Yes.
so good.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. Stop making us drool.
That
Jeez.
People are drooling right now.
For me, I actually want to do a nomad buy because I want to do something different, and I wish we see the nomad buy again. But Jim Cooler said maybe one day he'll get the rights back from Andy Hoffman. I mean, that's what he told me when I talked to him at Top Golf. That's the reason why he hasn't brought the nomad buys back since.
Wow.
Mm.
And here's the final one here. This is also my favorite because this is actually the first character-based Moss Truck drawing I ever did. And this is Neon Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Ooh.
I like
Oh, that's
that.
cool.
Or should I
Good
say
colors.
Queen Bee Monster Mutt Dalmatian?
Dude, as you
Yeah,
said it, I
buddy.
knew that.
Does that dog sting?
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Based off of Queen Bee from Hell of a Boss.
Yes.
Nice.
Love it. I didn't realize that you
beautiful.
said that, but as soon as you said that, the colors clicked in my head. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. Awesome work, Jacob. Awesome work. And like I say, anytime I see any of the drawings you come out with, it's incredible. I don't know if you plan on doing it next year, but if there's ever the Hydro Blue Ammunition in the future, that one I look forward to in the future. That'd be awesome.
So, well, trust me, I'm planning to draw everyone, including that truck, next year, since I'm only doing one tour.
Heck
And
yeah.
it'll be all in the Wolf Files book, competitors, including non-competitors.
Nice.
That's the plan.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to it, Jacob. Everybody's looking forward to it. I know you have a lot of great support on Instagram, so keep doing what you're doing, man. It's awesome. I guess we'll ask a few more questions about the tomfoolery gig before we get our 2024 thoughts, and then we'll end the episode. But like I said, it's an awesome opportunity. You have some great editing. You've been doing it 5 weeks now, you said?
For 5 shows.
Oh, 5 shows
5
so
shows.
far.
5 weekends.
5 weekends. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You have any good stories so far from being on the road? And what's your favorite part about being on the road so far, being the videographer for Tomfoolery?
Well, obviously, the best thing be on the road is going to new places, seeing new things. I mean, Tour Destruction, Monster Nitro Tour, and Freedom Factory. Those things I've never done. I usually do Mosh Jam or any other independent Monster Truck show. I mean, for Benson, I wanted to do Benson for a while, and for my trial run, I was glad to do Benson for the very first time. It was one of my bucket list things to do Monster Truck Throwdown.
That's awesome. I know Benson's a really cool one. They had an amazing lineup this year as well. I saw Matt drove the Lobster, the Monster Lobster. That was funny. Was that the show that you were at, Jacob?
Yeah, I was at both of those shows.
What was that show like? We saw all the incredible action from the Monster Lobster and everybody. I saw some huge sends. Could you tell the people how awesome it was? And what was the show like? Did the people get at least 20 feet of air or more on that big car stack?
Well, same to say for Bad Company and Avenger. Those two got the biggest air tonight, including Avenger. Even when he shut off, he had that huge impact when he landed. You can even hear it.
Yeah, that was a big thump. I remember seeing that video and going, "Oh, that was crazy."
And of course we had Nick. Of course we had Nick Pagarula with a smoking motor, skywheeling while smoke in the air and all that. Fortunately, both of his runs were cut short, but gave his best. But the best thing he did, sweeping both best trick competitions.
Nice.
Man, it looked like an awesome show. I'm glad you had the opportunity to go out there. And 2024 sounds like it's going to be an awesome season. Any places that you're really looking forward to going this season coming up?
Well, there's like many places I'm looking forward to. Fun fact, there's only 4 places I only have 3 fingers up. I've never been to only 4 places. I've been to everywhere else.
Wow.
I never been to San Antonio or Houston. I never been to Denver, and I forgot the third one. I've never been to St. Louis.
Okay.
And St. Louis is like one of the bigger floors in the series, if you count LA Motor Speedway. I mean, I've been to Atlanta, of course. I've been to both Georgia Dome and Mercedes-Benz. But for Atlanta, I want to do Atlanta this year, but we couldn't make it. But next year's an opportunity to see Monster Jam on an actual track that NASCAR Cup Series races. That's an awesome moment. And of course, we're going to have to see the new Jumbotron in Foxborough, Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's going to be a big thing. That Jumbotron is insane. The AV team's going to have a lot of fun putting graphics on that. And Atlanta Motor Speedway is incredible. Like you said, it is the only NASCAR track they go to currently. So it'd be awesome to see Monster Jam expand into that enterprise a little more. Years ago, there was a Monster Truck series that was going to go to mainly NASCAR tracks and other ones. I always forget the name. But
Samson MC Fan did a really good video on that of how when they did it, and they were going to do more of it, but somehow they stopped. You can look on his YouTube. You can look at his YouTube after this. He did a really good video on it.
I think that's the one I'm referring to with that Monster Truck series.
Yeah. I think you're thinking of the right one.
Let me look see what he called it again.
It wasn't MT. Might have been MTRL. I want to say might have been MTRL, but I could be wrong. Major League or MLMT.
I think
MLMT. I think is what it was. I think it was MLMT, Major League Monster Trucks. I think that's what it was.
Let me look, see where.
So the Pags went to Bristol, I think last year or the year before that too.
Yeah, they did that with the Dude Perfect guys because they had
Perfect guys.
Was it? I think it was Tyler. I think it was their guy. Drove Jester for like a couple hits for their like big event they had at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Major League Monster Trucks.
MLMT.
It was called Major League Monster Trucks.
That's it.
I remember watching that on YouTube on the Monster Blog channel.
Yeah.
That was really satisfying to watch when I was little.
Oh my gosh. And the big thing about that one was there was like so much money in sponsors at the beginning that I think every event had at least like $150,000 or $100,000 per event given out. Maybe I'm a little off, but you got money for qualifying. You got money for being the fastest in a certain zone. You got money for being the racing winner. And it was all focused on racing, which was so cool. Now we're in a world where everything's focused on freestyle mainly. Such a shame. Michigan Ice Monster.
Yeah, Michigan.
Get your merch. TomFooleryMotorsports.com. And Jester.
Be sure to get the new recreation diecast trucks. We just got those on the store.
It's funny you mentioned that. It's funny you mentioned that because
there it is.
I just started on my custom. I'm looking to get some more because, in fact, last year I sent
Wayne, what are you doing, man?
No, 2 years ago in
I need to be a little more quiet, dude.
Duluth, Georgia, I brought Matt and Nick, both customs of Jester and Kraken, which working on more.
Bum bum bum.
And they actually, that was where the shirt came from, because Matt was so impressed with them. They sent me a care package. Again, thank you, Tomfoolery Motorsports. These guys are amazing. But yeah, look forward to getting a bunch of tomfoolery trucks done and hopefully take them to SoFi with me to give them to them. Or if I see them earlier in the year, that'd be awesome.
That's awesome. Well, Jacob, thank you so much for talking about all of this. We're wishing you the best of luck for next year. And if you're free, we'll probably have you on for another episode. Maybe we'll do a Q&A session with a few people, and definitely would love to include you. And I know everybody's going to get a kick out of this. Everybody make sure to head to Tomfoolery Motorsports on YouTube. Check out the YouTube and keep up the awesome work. I just want to mention there is something we forgot to put in the news segment. Jimmy Creedon is going to a NASCAR track with To Extreme. They are going to be hosting a show at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Oh,
and
yeah.
let me
I
go
think,
ahead.
I think I heard about that.
Let me pull up the date real quick. It is going to be the same weekend as Indianapolis and something else. I'll make time to go to Indy. Don't worry.
The NASCAR race or the Moss Jam?
Monster Trucks. So To Extreme Monster Trucks will be live at Las Vegas Motor Speedway February 3rd. They will be hosting one show.
Okay.
TJ, you look disappointed. Why are you so disappointed?
Why? Because that is one weekend I am not going to miss the Indianapolis one for Monster Jam.
I'm doing it all.
I bet you are.
I might even be doing a triple header that weekend because I'm going to Belmont Park. I have family in New York, and I haven't been to Belmont Park Arena show yet. It looks really cool. So that's a big thing. We'll see what Jimmy Creedon can do at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He has been throwing it down in these markets. He just acquired Dennis Anderson's thing, and he's doing great. Dennis is happier than ever. He gets to be in these live events and wheel people like Tom Cat around, and all of us. My friend Parker got to have a ride, which is really cool. What's so cool is you go to these Creedon shows and you buy however much merch, you get automatically entered into a raffle. And if you win the raffle, you spent $20, $40 on merch, and you won a $650 monster truck ride. So my friend Parker, who's in the community, shout out to you, Parker. He got to ride with Dennis, and that had to be the coolest thing of his life, man. One of. That was awesome. But yeah, just wanted to shout that out. Moving forward, guys, 2024 is coming up. Do you guys have any little thoughts here? We'll start with you, TJ. Anything with lineups, anything with venues, go ahead and have at it, Big Bird.
Well, I know Wayne and I are both going to go to the first event of this year, and that's going to be California. I forget where now.
San Francisco.
Brand
new venue. Or else I'd stay at home and see the awesome All-Star Monster Truck Tour at Brooksville.
Yeah, he's going to California.
Excited to see the debut of the re-debut of Limitless Dangerous?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I really wish I was home to see it. It's literally 25, 30 minutes from home. I'm really stupid for flying out to San Francisco. The only reason I'm doing it is because it's a new venue. That's it. If it weren't a new venue, I'd skip it. But
I hope to run into her. I hope to run into her.
Cool.
While on top of her, I hope to compete against her because I'd really love to see that truck in person.
Wow. Yeah. She is definitely one of the up and coming competitors, and they're gonna make a great team. Her and Elliot Miller, and whoever else that Elliot's got. He's a good driver. He's a good guy in general. Elliot Miller, folks. If you know him out there, you know him. But yeah, 2024. TJ, I'm sorry I cut you off.
No worries. Yeah, California. Then we're gonna go to what's one in Texas? I have a look. So yeah, San Antonio. Yeah, back there again. And then gonna see Nathan over there at either DC or Baltimore, because that's an hour away. And then hopefully we get Wayne to go to Indianapolis.
Oh, I'll go for one day, but I'm not going for both.
Oh, it is a 2-day, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. I forgot that it was a 2-day. Dang it. Okay, I have to remember that now. I have a buddy I'm gonna have to see up there, and supposed to be taking him to an event, so I can't wait.
Awesome. Another monster truck fan that was already made now gonna be revamped and another super fan.
Gotta see Tom Mentz's last season. A lot of people gotta go.
Shout out to one of Tom Mentz's biggest fans, Monster Talk's dad, Paul Morris. He loves Tom Mentz. Nathan, 2024 is coming up. What are you most looking forward to? Any thoughts about predictions? Any thoughts about lineups?
It's going to be interesting with East Coast Arena Tour next year. You get to go to a lot of new places. Like some that jump out at me: Hidalgo, Macon, Georgia. Going back to some ones that I remember going to in like 2020, like Greens or any of the Carolina shows that we did in 2020. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's going to be a very interesting year. We've got a good lineup this year. You got R2 Trucks. We've got Zach Garner Wildside, Chad Tingler with Overboard. That's going to be interesting to see how that
The
goes.
red Overboard.
Yes, the new red Overboard. I'm interested to see how that's going to look in person once it's finally unveiled.
We kind of got a glimpse of that behind the scenes. The body, I don't know if it was Photoshop, but the body looked like it was ready.
Yeah, if it's not ready, then it's like it's ready now or by now. But then, for Feld Trucks, we've got Armando and El Toro, Kristen and Gravedigger, Cody Saucier and Dragon. First time done a full tour with him, which that'll be a lot of fun. Cody's an awesome guy.
Yeah, he is.
Actually, Cody as well. Big Mopar head as well as Armando. So there's going to be a lot of Mopar power. A lot of Mopar influence on our tour this year. And then, like I said, Kristen and Gravedigger. And then Ashley Nook, I think is her name. Angelina Nook, right? Angelina Nook, yes.
Angelina Nock.
Knock. Thank you. Yeah, yes. Knock in Megalodon. So that'll be interesting to see how we do there. It'll be a fun one.
That's awesome.
Well, she already tested the waters out in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So can't wait to see how she's gonna turn out from that to next year.
She's got potential. She had good momentum. She had some crazy rollovers. I think her best skill was doing freestyle and the donut competition and wheelies. I mean, she's great in all three of those. Definitely needs a lot of improvement in racing, but it's just her getting used to her surroundings and stuff. When you're doing a big ass truck like that, I'm sure you need a little time. You don't got 360 cameras.
Racing's really hard. I mean, sometimes they do get a backup camera, but not always.
Hey, TJ, you would know, right?
Yes, I definitely, yeah.
Yep. That's awesome. Nathan, one more question for you. What's it like being a crew member going on a full tour? I know this year was hectic because it was extended season going all the way in July. What's it like? Tell the fans.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun when things go right. It can be very hectic on those long nights where things don't quite go as right. But I have a lot of fun on tour, just getting to go around. And like Jacob said, you get to check out new places, get to go do new things. Like some of the big highlights for me here in 2023 were I got to go do my first hot seat display by myself this year, which was a lot of fun. Had to another big point of this season was on the way from Portland, Oregon to Fresno, California, getting a call from the bosses being like, hey, we put a new motor in Portland. We had what we thought was hurt motor. Well, it was a hurt motor, but we weren't sure what it was hurt at the time down to Fresno. If they call me and say, hey, we're bouncing around the idea of taking a spare motor out to Fresno, would you be able to fly home and drive it out there? So between Portland and Fresno, we stopped in Sacramento, California. I hopped a plane at 5 a.m., flew to Chicago, flew down to Champaign, got there, helped finish taking the motor out of what is now Dan Agosh's number 9 Raminator, loading it in the back of a dually and driving 3 days across country from Champaign, Illinois to Fresno, California to make it to the show so we could switch the motors in the trailer So we took the damaged one out of the trailer, put it in the truck, put the new one up in the top of the trailer, and then after that weekend, they being like, "Well, you drove all the way out here. You want to drive it back?" I'm like, "Oh, why not?" Make a 3-day travel back to Champaign, and then day after that, hop a plane to fly to Albuquerque, New Mexico, to go to another Monster Jam show.
Wow.
So it's a lot of traveling, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I have, like I say, there's good days, there's bad days, there's days where you want to rip your hair out, there's days where you just are able to just have fun, just BSing with the whole crew. It's just, it all depends on how you look at everything, and just remember that no matter what, how crap your day is at the shop or anything, the next day can always be better. Or
or just get worse, but yeah.
Yeah. You never know until you walk in the door.
I know an important question that all the people are going to want to know, Nathan. How much Mountain Dew did you consume in the matter of those 6 days?
Be honest.
It was actually, believe it or not, it wasn't really all that like insane amount. It was a mix between the Mountain Dew, but it was also drinking like the big bottles of brisk iced tea. Kind of going back and forth to not completely kill my body with caffeine.
Well, respect that. Thank you, Nathan. I'm glad you'll live longer.
I do have a question. Go ahead, Jacob.
Hey, we all wish we could live forever, don't we?
Yeah.
What do you think, Kermit?
Yeah, Kermit, got anything to say?
Get me off this wheel! Ah! Oh, he seems a little angry.
Kermit, I would be more concerned about your brother locked up in the trailer in Utah right now.
Yeah, gonna be Frog Lake soon.
Nathan, got any special die casts or anything there that you want to show off while you have the spotlight on you?
Well, I know like it's kind of a recurring thing whenever I do it. I did show off the Velociraptor, the blue Velociraptor I did earlier this year. Was intended for Travis Mowry, but unfortunately he left Team Throttle Monster before I had a chance to give it to him. But the other cool one that I worked on, hopefully it's a precursor if Spin Master ends up doing it. But I did do a custom painted orange lumberjack.
Ooh.
So that is
that looks awesome.
That has been one of the recent projects. And then, like I say, Recreation, still working on it, and it is. I will say this is probably truck of the year for me for Spin Master. Best casting, most accurate one. I love Recreation. I love everything Tom Foolery does. I cannot wait to see what the next concept they come up with.
The best be out there.
Well, they need to do Michigan Ice Monster now since they already made everyone else.
I remember talking to Matt in Nashville earlier this year, and I'm not going to say what all the plans are, but they want to get other stuff out first and then kind of throw Michigan Ice Monster hopefully in the middle of all the other stuff they want to do. Because we got like Blue Kraken coming out next year, a bunch of the other stuff coming out. Like I say, I don't fully remember what all they said, but I do know that there's some cool stuff coming from Tom Foolery for Spin Master in the future.
That's awesome. Sorry, I thought you had another question, TJ.
No, I'm still eating my food.
Some more Chick-fil-A, everybody. The unofficial sponsor of the segment. I could
totally.
I could definitely go for some. So
I can eat it 7 times a day, where people laugh and children play.
I'm so jealous. Jacob, now 2024 is coming. What are your predictions? Do you have any small predictions to make? What are your thoughts? And any final thoughts on being able to have this awesome opportunity with Tom Foolery?
Well, I haven't brought the predictions yet. I haven't put much thought in my mind, but for next year, man, it's gonna be bittersweet for me, man. But I had a lot more respect for Tom ever since he gave me the helmet after his double backflip back at Foxborough 2015 and all that. So it's gonna be bittersweet to see him go, but it's gonna be a big honor while touring with the pack to be part of the team. We tour with Tom Mentz before he retires, and the most exciting part, we got JCB. Tristan England's brand new ride, and I just don't have anything else to say, man. But I just can't wait. Again, a huge opportunity. I'm very grateful for Matt Parulo and the team for letting me be part of this. This has been a dream since I was like 3 years old, and I'm going to live it next year, and hopefully in the near future we'll do more of this.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And thank you once again for joining us, Jacob, as well as you, all the fans at home. Thank you guys so much for all the support you give us.
And I just want to say one more thing. For everyone who's watching the Do It Boys podcast, make sure you subscribe to these boys, but also go to Tom Ford Motorsports page, YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share the videos to your friends so we get more content. We're gaining subscribers right now. We're almost at 100 subscribers gained this past week.
And hit that notification bell, brothers.
Woo-hoo!
Woo! That's awesome. Thank you, everybody, for all that you do. And it was a great episode. Do It
Wayne,
Talk number 4. What?
I have
what,
a question for you.
You have a question?
What are you looking for 2024, man?
That is so sweet of you, TJ.
So
You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking forward to seeing my buddies.
oh, you're
I'm-
just
I'm looking forward to a great year, man. There's more international shows out there, and I may or may not say that I might, do a few or may not do a few. But I'll tell you what, I'm really excited for this year. It's really, really in full swing again, and it's great to see some big sponsorships like JCB. Hopefully everything can hold itself up, and it's going to be an awesome year. I'm looking forward to all these tours, more pizza, more working out, more monster trucking, and some more jamming with all the boys. And I'm personally gonna do more regular motorsport stuff. I'm gonna go to more racing. I'm gonna try and squeeze in some NASCAR races in the weekends.
good luck.
Cletus McFarland stuff. Thanks, TJ. And it's great. So thank you, TJ. How kind.
Also, one more thing. So since we're on the topic of shout outs, I just want to say that the Do It Boys, once we hit 500 subscribers, we are doing a giveaway. I'm hoping hopefully after Christmas for New Year's, maybe. But yeah, waiting for Wayne to send me the videos so I can actually start editing the 3-hour-long podcast with John Cisak. We are doing 2 episodes. We're going to do one for hopefully get done by Christmas, and then the next one would be this part 2 would be hopefully by New Year's. Also, while we're doing shout outs, Nathan, you got any shout outs you want to do real quick?
Well, just got to shout out some of my good buddies. Crush Those Monster Truck Podcast. Dan Agosh puts on awesome episodes. His last handful have been, guys like Bryce Kinney, Colt Cobra, and there was another one that he did. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, but definitely Crush This Monster Truck Podcast. Go listen to him. It's amazing content. Obviously Wayne, TJ, go subscribe to those guys and Do It Boys podcast. Everything that they do is just incredible. Wayne, you do incredible coverage. I've been lucky enough to be there and be a part of some of that coverage.
Oh yeah.
And always have a good time. We'll always remember the hotel room of 2022.
Yeah. Shout out to who out there.
Oh yeah, y'all know who you are. Yeah, and then just shout out Paul Brothers Racing. The guys there have given me like the last 5 years that I've been employed there and just working with the team. It's just been absolutely incredible. I go in there every day, just like working on trucks that I have literally watched since I was a little kid. Like if I had the photos right next to me, I'd show you. But actually, they're right over on that counter over here. There is photos from. I've got photos here from back in 2002 of the first time. One of the first times I saw a Raminator as a little kid.
Let's go.
I can flip through and find them quick enough. Oh, actually, there is actually one from way back in the day. If I can flip it to the right page, I think. I might have pulled it. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Put out there. That is the first ever photo of me with Mark Hall.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Wow.
that is about circa 2000.
You're making Mark feel old.
Right?
Like, how long has been Mark doing this again?
Oh, they're going on year 38 now, I think.
Jeez.
37.
Almost 40.
37.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Whoa.
no. This year would be 37. This year would be 30, or 2024 would be 37.
That's
Okay.
impressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I have to say to that? Wow.
What?
I don't know. You're frozen.
Wow. Wow. Am I frozen?
No, you're good. Man. You're good.
You were
Am I
for a
frozen
second.
again?
No. But
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, it's been a ride, and it ain't stopping anytime soon.
That's awesome. I want to shout out Mall Dance. Shout out to Riley and Max. They come on the Do It Talk every now and then. And to all you amazing viewers. And Jacob, do you have anyone to shout out before we end?
All I have to say is shout out to the Tom Ford Motorsports, Matt Pagarillo, Nick Pagarillo, and Mike Pagarillo. I'm looking forward to working with these guys. Like I said, it's going to be, I just have no words. It's going to be a great opportunity, and I just can't wait to see where it goes from here.
I got a really good shout out. I got to give a shout out to Mark Crush.
No,
You know why I have to give a shout out to Mark Crush? Because Mark Crush is out here doing the one and only. I gotta find the video real quick. It's worth it.
Also, Jacob, what's your Instagram so we can get that out there so people know where to look for you?
Let's. It's just called Jacob Knows Cool.
Jacob Knows Cool.
All right, Mark Crush is impersonating Wild Thing. Dude, he's going ham. Look at that.
See, now if they use that for the Max D instead of the Ant one, oh, that would look good. You remember the costumes or whatever they would wear?
Yeah.
That they have the big giant head of Tom and
Yeah.
and then the big
Yeah.
the Max D version.
Yeah.
That would look good.
Well, what a good jam. Thank you guys all for watching. Shout out to everybody that makes these things possible. And thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Nathan, for being a part of episode number 4 of the Do It Talk. I'm Wayne. That's TJ. And we will see you next time. Keep doing and keep on rocking. We'll see you for episode number 5. Have a great night.
Do it, boys. Woo woo.